Hey guys, Original Boris here. Today I am going to go over my horror VHS collection. Most of these I have yet to upgrade to DVD or Blu-ray, so I'll go ahead and I got a bunch of them. I'll go ahead and go over what I got. I still have a lot of VHS, plan to hold on to them still, so we will get started. First one in the collection, classic, the very first Friday the 13th, right here. There's the cover. Classic movie, as everybody knows. Jason was not in this one. It was his mom that was the killer. So, this is what kicked off the series. Second one I got, Friday the 13th Part 2. This is where Jason makes his first appearance. Right there, Friday the 13th Part 2. Next, Friday the 13th Part 3. And Part 3 is the movie in which the now famous hockey mask is introduced. Very good. Fourth one is Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Love that cover on that one. Next, Friday the 13th Part 5. There's the back with Jason right there. Classic Jason. Skipping on to Friday the 13th Part 7. I used to have Part 6, but I don't have it anymore because I was watching it on my VCR, my old VCR, and the tape, or the VCR ended up eating the VHS, and it ruined it. Next one, Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. A lot of people didn't like this one, but this is actually one of my favorite ones. If it's not, actually, it is my favorite one. And the reason I like this one so much is because this one came out when I was a kid. Well, they all came out when I was a kid, but I was too young for the other ones. This one came out in 89, so I actually remember when this one came out. I remember watching the trailers on TV. So that's my favorite one, even though a lot of people don't like that one. Next one, Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. And there's the back. Okay, skipping along, I'll try to I might not get into too much detail on these. I'll probably just go through them really fast. Next one, Stephen King's Children of the Corn. This movie used to really freak me out when I was a kid. When the devil at the end starts coming back and you see like the ground starting to rise and it's going really fast. It's a really creepy movie, especially when I was a kid. It was really, really creepy. So I remember I had nightmares about this movie, but I always watched it anyway. Next one, Children of the Corn Part 4. This one's alright. The sequels are not really as good. I think a lot of the sequels, they just wanted to make sequels and use the name Children of the Corn to just to make some money off of them. Children of the Corn Part 5. This one's got some stars and it's got Alexis Arquette. It's got David Carradine and Eva Mendes. She ended up becoming a big star. I think this was her first film before she's right there. She's a big star now. Oh, here's a better picture of her. But this was her first film, if I remember correctly. Wes Craven movie, Serpent and the Rainbow. This one's alright. I'm not a big fan of this movie, but I think this VHS was given to me, so I've held on to it. This one I really like, always liked it, and I love the cover of it. Stephen King's Silver Bullet, a about a werewolf. It stars Corey Haim. Look for a movie review on this one. I really like that one. Next up, foreign film, Shallow Grave. It's been a while since I watched this one. Don't remember the details behind it. So, another classic, Maniac Cop. I've had this one for years. This was a rental, and as you can see, they tore up the box and just kind of glued it onto a harder case. Maniac Cop. Not really a horror, but I've always liked this movie. Starship Troopers. Killer bugs from another planet. You know that's good. Next up, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I love this cover. This really nice case here. Really shiny. Steven Spielberg. Older film, Beyond the Door. Don't remember too much about this movie. I bought this on eBay a few years back. Beyond the Door. Kind of a zombie flick, The Supernaturals. About some soldiers that were killed in the Civil War and they come back as zombies. Right there. Another old movie I've had for years. Supernaturals. A lot of people didn't like this one, but I kind of do. Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows. Back. Book of Shadows. Classic, An American Werewolf in London. There you go. They had the sequel, An American Werewolf in Paris. I actually enjoyed that one also. Thought it was good. Came out when I was in high school. This one came out in the early 80s. 1981. Next one is a very low budget. It's called Pinata, Survival Island. It is about a killer pinata. That is right, you heard correctly, about a killer pinata. The pinata comes to life. I guess he got tired of being hit by a stick. So he comes back to life and starts Jamie Presley. And the cover, as you can see, is kind of a... not really sure what they call those covers, but it changes. Another great classic. Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. VHS. Collector's edition. Good movie. Wes Craven film, Shocker. I remember when this movie came out, it had a lot of hype behind it. People were comparing it kind of like a Nightmare on Elm Street. He dies, comes back to kill. Shocker. Honestly, it could have been. They could have put a lot more effort into this. This could have been a lot better. It had a lot of potential. The concept was really good. The movie not so good. Shocker. This one I haven't watched yet. I bought this in a small town on vacation. We were driving through a small town. They had a video store that said VHS is for sale. So I stopped, looked, only bought one. Children of the Living Dead. Looks like low budget. I haven't had the chance to watch it yet. So if you've seen this, let me know if it's good. It says on from the executive producer of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Next up, not really a horror movie, but still pretty creepy. Dahmer. They've made a lot of movies about Jeffrey Dahmer, and they're so similar. Also, I've seen a lot of them, and they've made, you know, the guy that plays Jeffrey Dahmer is a different guy, but the storyline's pretty much the same.